and a context for the next speaker. In fact, I would say next speakers, because we have two very interesting gentlemen who are coming in from Qmetry, and both of them with a very strong experience in program and project management, and with a strong experience in software quality control as well, and those who have an experience with technology and tools and automation as well. So please join me in welcoming two gentlemen, Mr. Mehul Kagathara and Punit Samtani, from Qmetry. Quickly to introduce them, Mehul is 15 years of experience, very well versed in QA strategy, delivery assurance, digital transformation, and continuous innovation. His specialty is automation, mobile testing, and virtual testing and security testing. And he's been contributed to technical aspects of various partner channels, customer engagement, and talent and recruitment, and management of delivery-ready programs, and implementing mature COEs in the QE space. Puneet, on the other hand, brings in 15 years of experience in product management and customer support. He has headed the support at Qmetry and has vast experience on working with enterprise organizations to implement test management solutions. He currently defines the product roadmap and ensures that the customer feedback and inputs are incorporated into the product. He works closely with the engineering teams to make sure that the new features and improvements are developed. So there you have it. You have two very interesting people who can answer all your questions pertaining to strategy, to technology, to automation, to the futuristic view of it. Please join me in welcoming Mehul and Puneet to the stage. And Puneet and Mehul, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Pradeep, for introducing us. So let me just share my screen. So thank you everyone for joining this session. It is pleasure to speak at STC conference. Good morning and good evening to all of you. Welcome to this keynote session by Qmetry. My name is Mehul Kagathara and I am a product manager and engineering manager at Qmetry India Private Limited. So in today's session, I will speak about codeless test automation for agile teams. I have my colleague Punit Samtani in this meeting. He will speak about the test management workflow for agile teams in the later part of this discussion. So before we move, here is the quick agenda for today's session. We will start with the current market trends and then followed by the key challenges of test automation, and then we will explore how we can take test automation beyond the automation engineers and across the agile development team. While we cover these interesting points to discuss, I will give you sneak peek to the true codeless test automation tool called Qmetry Automation Studio. Puneet will also cover effective test management workflow for the agile development team later stage of this discussion. And finally, if time permit, then we will take few questions at the end of the session. Otherwise, you can visit our Qmetry booth, and we are available for the whole day. So now let's look at the some market survey analysis and try to understand the current market for manual and test automation space. So as per the word quality report of 2021, only 15% of all testing is automated, and there is a general push towards the automation as an organization to move towards agile and DevOps for the continuous testing. So as per the users surveyed, 90% of them responded favorably towards artificial intelligence in the quality area space. Some of the key areas where artificial intelligence uh, can play critical role are like test environment provisioning, test data management, service virtualization, reporting dashboardings, and the codeless test automation areas. So this analysis clearly indicates that artificial intelligence is driving the next phase of evolution of testing tools in general. So another way to look at the current market is annual growth rate. This analysis or predictions shows that like 15.5 percentage of annual growth rate of global codeless testing market will increased by 4.2 times in a 10 years, which means like a global codeless testing a market is expected to reach 6.3 billion by 2031. So again, like this analysis saying that like test automation will drive the next phase of growth for testing tool. So now let me also talk about some key challenges in the test automation and try to understand like what are the key pain points for different size of companies. The companies with minimal or low level of investment in a test automation says that like their biggest challenge is because of lack of resources. So this user surveys data shows that like 41 percentage of challenges because of a lack of technical skill, experience in test automation resources, 22% because of not having right tool selection for automation within your organization, 19% because of it is too expensive for them to hire an automation engineer and implement any commercial tool within the organization. 14% because of lack of test automation framework are in place, and remaining 4% failed because of several automations tool tried in past. So now let me also cover like the team that have reached a higher level of test automation and still face barriers to capturing return on their investment. While lack of skills, resources, and the right automation framework rank near the top of this list, slow progress, limited time to create and maintain your automated scripts are more common obstacles for these teams. So basically, this survey is saying that both sides of company having some common pain areas like skill, resources, and time to market. So now, so question is like why we should invest in the codeless test automations kind of platform, right? And can codeless tools helps to solve or reduce the challenges that we discussed in the previous slide? So analysis saying that like codeless test automation products can help address some common challenges related to skills, tools, cost related to building and maintaining your automated scripts. More than 56% of responded in a survey said that like their companies plan to purchase a codeless test automation solution, and half of those buyers plan to purchase within the next year. So now let me speak about like what are the industry needs and what market is looking from the codeless test automation tool perspective. So here I have highlighted some of the important features are likely to be expected from any automation tool. Artificial intelligence and the machine learning features at the various stages of automations like test authoring, maintenance, executions, and reporting, along with some cutting edge technology based features like self healing, auto syntax corrections, smart and dynamic weight mechanism in your test are the keys. Adaptive test authoring features to describe your test objective in a simple, plain English style natural language support, like behavioral driven development and keyword driven development kind of test automation authoring. So, so automation can be adopted by any agile team if your product or platform offers adaptive test authoring feature as part of your solution. Modularity, reusability, and extensibility are the key areas expected by any codeless tool to minimize the overall maintenance efforts and associate cost to manage the project effectively and give better return on your investment to the organization. Test data parameterization, support for test data management right inside your test automation tools. This is clearly an important asset in simplifying and scaling codeless automation at one go. Support for cross-platform executions across different platforms like web, mobile, web services with multi-platform support to increase your overall automation testing coverage. uh, Another feature is expected is like live and real-time reporting capability while your execution goes on. So this features helps in taking corrective actions and saving time. It should have integrations with the other test management tools and products and BI tools, extending the reporting capability to other tools. Last but not the least, seamless integrations with the DevOps technology stacks like Jenkins, Bamboo, versioning control tools like Git, Bitbucket, and others. So these are the minimum features team would expect from the codeless automation tools, and tool having this capability be highly appreciated by market automation and QA teams. Uh, we are excited and happy to introduce our path-breaking automation product called Qmetry Automation Studio. It is a true codeless test automation for agile development teams, offering faster, customizable, extensible, and simple test automation. With Qmetry Automation Studio, the true codeless automation, you can reduce the time to market by 15 percentage with its 10 times faster execution capability. With its AI enabled features, maintaining the test case is easy and require much less efforts with no scripting, rescripting required. It helps in reducing the total maintenance efforts by around 50 percentage. So this tool is designed for the agile and DevOps teams with built-in integrations that help you seamlessly operate Qmetry Automation Studio within your CI/CD pipelines. With less dependency on coding skill and the utilization of developers' business user talents to create automation with no additional skills requirement, helps reduce the cost operations and the improve on return on your investment. So this makes Qmetry Automation Studio a true codeless test automation solution, delivering better software quality at speed. So now, why Qmetry Automation Studio is so unique, and what are the out of the box feature we are bringing into the table? And the key differentiators are it's a true codeless automation capability for agile development teams, faster, customizable, extensible, and simple test automation strategy to produce a high quality software at speed. Uh, it's also has like a inbuilt integrations with the varieties of tools, including test management tools like qtm or qtm4j, and there are lots many other tools are there, right, for managing your test assets. So we do have a strong integrations with them. It can also be operated seamlessly from the DevOps point of view as well. Artificial intelligent machine learning at various stages of automations like test authoring, execution, maintenance, and the reporting. QS Automation Studio offers runtime syntax auto corrections, AI based feature at the authoring stage to ensure that like the automated script are following industry standard best practices, and user would not need to worry about the standard and best practices while they're creating or authoring the automated test cases. Qmetry Automation Studio also has inbuilt AI-based self-healing capability, which helps to reduce automation maintenance if there are any change or changes from the application under test side. Leveraging artificial intelligence in reporting to find the exact root cause of the failures also makes QS very powerful. Modularity, reusability, and the extensibility are the again the core feature of this product, and user can manage usable assets separately and can share components across the test cases to gain a better reusability from the scriptless automations perspective. It also has a capability to address more complex industry cases apart from the normal functional use case, like integrations testing or system testing kind of use cases, where you need to interact between your multiple platform or multiple systems from a single test case objective, right? So typical use case could be like a telecom domain, where you may need multiple devices to test a phone, or let's say conference calling scenario, right? For example, like calling from device A and receiving call on device B. So QS Automation Studio support multi-platforms configurations, which makes easy for user to automate this type of a complex business use case related to integrations with our multi-platform configurations feature. Also, Qmetry Automation Studio has inbuilt automated more than 180 plus components, or you can say commands, which can be reused directly into the test cases rather than reinventing every common actions to each and individual project again and again. So we have a strong inbuilt component library that can be reused across your test cases as well as across your projects. QS platform is so flexible to extend the custom requirement by writing custom components in a JavaScript language, and can extend the platform by publishing those components on our platform. So it has very strong features to for the extendability point of view. User can extend this platform by writing and publishing their custom requirements on our platform. So I am ending my part here. I hope these keynotes for codeless test automations finds you useful. And now I would like to hand it over to my colleague Punit to cover some of the interesting fact about the test management workflow for agile teams. Punit, over to you.
Am I audible? Okay. Pradeep, can you please confirm if I am audible, or somebody from the team?
Yeah, you're audible, Puneet.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mehul, for sharing such valuable insights. We all will agree that testing software releases prior to delivery is critical for any organization. Software versions that are released after innovation and technical updates must undergo thorough regression to ensure better software quality. Therefore, QA teams utilize a mixture of manual and automation test strategies for speedy releases, accuracy, and cost effectiveness. Now that we understand the significance of using a codeless test automation tool like QAS, let's take it a step further. Agile teams become more efficient when automation tools are integrated with enterprise test management tools. as it helps to assess whether the releases are ready for delivery. Tools like Qmetry Test Management provide real time statistics on test strategy and execution progress in order to validate the quality of assessment and measure the deadline. Now, all these factors are common for testing teams, either using a manual, automated, or an hybrid approach. Enterprise test management tools provide modules like test planning, authoring, execution abilities, along with real time cross project reporting. Now, all these modules can be customized and templatized as per organization's testing processes. Tools like Qmetry Test Management provide additional inbuilt modules like requirement for managing your user stories and issue modules for managing your defects. Now, agile teams may use project management tools like Jira or Azure to manage requirements and trace defects. Qmetry integrate with such tools by bidirectionally synchronizing requirements and defects into respective modules and provide traceability with the test cases and the test executions. So the developers or the product owners using project management tools get to see the complete traceability between their stories, test cases, and executions, whereas the QA managers and the testing teams using the test management tool get to see the complete traceability from requirements to the test planning, authoring, execution, and bugs within the single tool. The test management tools are also tightly integrated with widely used automation and CI/CD tools like QAS, Cucumber, JUnit, TestNG, and others, and CI tools like Jenkins, Bamboo to allow triggering of automation scripts directly from the tool and uploading automation execution results back to the tool. Hence, a TCM becomes a repository of your manual and automated test cases and test executions. So, automation testers and the functional testers are always on the same page since they are collaborating within the same system. Now, let's understand key use cases and benefits of integrating an automation tool with the test management tool. Users get one tool experience with end-to-end test management abilities. Now, enterprise organizations working on variety of projects need flexibility. Agile teams using different automation tools integrated with their DevOps pipeline can upload automation execution results, can view error trace, attachments, logs in the test management tool to create a repository of their test cases and test executions. This enables QA teams to get a consolidated view of manual and automated testing results for each releases or even an individual sprint. Additionally, testers can trigger automation projects right from within the tool. The second benefit is actionable insights and cross-project reports. A test management tool provides comprehensive test coverage and real-time industry standard reports to track progress and measure timelines. The reports can be drilled down to the component level to identify specific improvement area. The QA managers and Scrum Masters use these reports during daily sprint meetings to discuss and keep a check on the progress. The third benefit is increased visibility, and majority of our customers see this as an important benefit. The key to the success of shift left approach is collaboration, transparency, and visibility into quality throughout the development life cycle. Now, while uploading the automation test results, tools like Qmetry can be configured to automatically link the automated test cases to the manual test case keys and requirements in order to provide end-to-end traceability at every linkage level. The product owners and developers can view detailed test traceability, test step executions, error traces directly into the stories and the defects inside the project management tools without having to access test management tools. This keeps everybody on the same page as it provides transparency. Reusability and multi platform view is the fourth benefit that we see. Test management tools allow reusing the test suites and test cases to capture both the manual and automated test executions for different releases and platforms. All teams get a consolidated view of testing results performed on multiple platforms without managing multiple assets. This also applies to the bugs that were found during execution. This helps reduce data duplication because all teams now have the same view. AI abilities have become the key factor for modern tools. AI techniques churn all the test data to produce actionable intelligence and optimize recommendations using machine learning and statistical methods. It helps QA teams make better conclusion on testing activities. For each requirement and a test case, AI algorithms suggest existence of a probable duplicate entity within the same project or in some other project, along with matching duplicate percentage. This saves testers effort as they know a matching test step exists that can be reused. It also suggests relevant test cases that can be linked to requirements for better coverage. And there are multiple similar use cases that can be extended to the test executions. Last, the compliance. As we heard in the last session, that more and more enterprises are moving towards cloud solutions. Therefore, security, compliance, and data management are important across different industries and kind of scales. For customers in highly regulated industries like healthcare and life science, tools like Qmetry provide an inbuilt e-signature and a Part 11 compliance module that enables approval workflows and provides them way to share testing evidence as per the compliance standards. Having said that, Qmetry digital quality platform has three different tools. Qmetry Automation Studio, which is a unified test automation, codeless automation tool for web services, and mobile. Qmetry Test Management, that is the enterprise grade test management tool, and Qmetry Test Management for Jira, that helps teams to author and manage their testing activities right from within the Jira ecosystem. With that, it's always a pleasure to speak at STC, and thank you for hearing us. Thanks. We are open for questions now.
Yeah, thanks.
Brilliant. No, no, I think that's a very interesting, in-depth view of Qmetry and its capabilities, and also a very interesting treatise on codeless automation. Now the question which comes to my mind, Puneet and Mehul, is it going to get adopted the way we project it to be? In the sense, everyone, as in the way we make it look, is that the tool is very easy to do, life is simple after this, and we should actually adopt it, right? That's the normal pitch. But then what's the common resistance points that you've seen, from organizations when they try to consider codeless automation, A, and B, what has been the best way to kind of provide them a business benefit, and if I were to say, of codeless automation, what would be the biggest benefit for them? Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is really a interesting question. So the key issue with the existing automation is definitely there are lots of open source tools are adopting by various different organization, right? So it
Mhm.
solves the certain segment issue of test automation. So open source technology can solve your automations issue for some kind of companies and all, right? So the biggest challenge with the open source and the tools which requires a technical skill set, right? So as I covered in my presentations also, right, the skill, resources, and the time to market. So these three are the major factor behind adopting the tools like a codeless automation tools, right? So this kind of tools basically requires lots of investment in setting up your uh, coded test automation framework within your organization. And the critical factor is the maintainability, right? So even in the previous session we have seen, right, so the maintainability of test automation is the biggest challenge with any organization, right? So tool like codeless automation tool definitely helps reduce those challenges, or I can say like solve those problems for any organization, and it will give you a better ROI, and you can also leverage your manual testing QA persons uh, to start contributing in the test automation area, right? So they don't need any technical skill set in terms of adopting tools like Qmetry Automation Studio. So right from the beginning, they can just use this kind of products, codeless product, and create the automation. And the maintainability is again very easy in codeless tools, right? So you really don't need to if let's say there are any changes from your application side, right? So those kind of changes, leveraging artificial intelligence and machine learning within the product will help you to reduce that maintenance efforts also, right? So you really don't need to go and make any change in your test automation project. So I think these are the main factors why industry is looking for a, codeless kind of automation tool. And nowadays, like again, like everyone would expect like in sprint kind of automations, right? Like while your developers or development team is working on building applications, right? So within the same sprint, you would expect, or maybe sprint minus one, you would expect to create your automations as well, right? So it is very difficult with the coded kind of or test automation approach, but definitely the codeless platform will help you to quickly build your automations and deploy and scale your executions to meet your business requirements.
Perfect. No, no, that really answers the question. And I think what we can do is there are other questions if people do have, we can certainly ask them to post it on the chat or send it to us so that we can relay them to you. That way we could provide them detailed information. But as I understand from Shaili, all the participants who are visiting your booth also receive a trial license for 12 months so they could kind of experiment with it and see how exactly it plays out. So I think that's a very good test run for them also to kind of experiment and also see how it's helping them. I think that's a very, very brilliant incentive for all the members to try it out, and we certainly will help them to get that licenses so that they can try this tool out, and then probably give you more feedback on how the tool works and what it can be used for. And they also can witness the power of the tool. So
Yeah.
all of the attendees, my suggestion is please do visit the booth, have a look at the demonstration. If you have missed the demonstration that they did yesterday, please do go through the reruns and have a look at it. If you still have confusions, you can reach out to the team in Qmetry. They'll be very glad to help you out in helping you understand how this plays out. Okay.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, Mehul and Puneet. I think it's very, as in, I've heard about codeless automation. I've seen some of the tools, but then this was first my first, what do you call, first-hand experience of the tool in terms of what it does. I personally also would love to download and try it out and then see
Yeah,
how it
sure.
really works. So that'll be great.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
fantastic.
Pradeep, and thanks everyone to join this session. So please do visit our booth if you have any questions. Definitely, we are available for the whole day, and get a free trial of our product and
Yeah,
explore
I will.
the.
I will also warn you, Mehul. Most of the testers are very shy people. They don't normally visit any booths. They just download the software, they test it at the back end, and they'll give you feedback. But I'm not so sure if they'll visit the booth and plan it there. But anyway, we have. So that's why we interestingly, what we did was we captured their details. So now they can't
Yeah.
go anywhere. So we are going to give it to them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for providing this platform to speak.
Perfectly.
Okay.
Perfect.